Lead together, embrace change, enhance everyone's journey. The 3 core principles of SmartStop, a leader in self-storage real estate across North America, reinforce why we're proud to bring you SheEO Lead-In, the podcast featuring curated conversations with powerful women sharing their impactful wisdom. It's a self-knowledge, self-discovery, and self-preneurship audio storage vault created by and for women. SmartStop's presentation of SheEO Lead-In begins right now.
Have you ever felt that you as a woman may not appear to measure up when you see incredible women in strong roles? You may be surprised when hearing from women in these positions and how we all share many of the same challenges. Thank you for joining us for the SheEO Leading-In podcast with Rebecca Jones as we share the journeys of women.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Jones, your host of SheEO Lead-In. We are on an exploration together to discover more about the personal journeys of incredible women in both career and life. We all have paths to share that sometimes take incredible turns, deep resilience, and courage to navigate. My hopes are that the challenges shared here encourage women to take leaps of faith and growth when a journey feels too difficult or unachievable. There is great strength deep within each one of us. These stories are meant to share the ways strong women have taken their dreams to strive and thrive to new heights, despite their sometimes rocky paths, and found a way to lead in. Today we're here with Karen Martin-Spellerberg from the Princess Project. You're the CEO.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, I'm really excited to hear about your energy because you have so much of it and what you do, because you are making dreams come true for a lot of young ladies and a few men too. But I'd love to hear more about what you do and for our listeners to hear about what made you think of this dream.
Oh, well, first of all, again, thank you for having me. So the Princess Project is a 100% volunteer all-run nonprofit that provides free prom dresses and accessories to high school teens free of charge every spring. We do so with a lot of love, a lot of time, talent, and taffeta, and a lot of care from our volunteers. So we're extremely, extremely grateful to be here.
Time, talent, and taffeta.
Yes.
I love that. And you also provide some accessories and some makeup. Tell me about what your goal is.
Well, this year our goal was to give 3,000 dresses away at our Mission Valley mall locations and with our partner library pop-ups. And teens can sign up online on our website, princessprojectsd.org, and click on Get a Dress and book an appointment to get a free prom dress, accessory, and makeup, all 100% free of charge. All the teens need is a high school ID or proof of enrollment in high school.
How did you dream this up?
Well, so the Princess Project actually was founded in the Bay Area in 2002 by a woman named Lainey Witkenack, who's just absolutely amazing. And she started the San Francisco chapter. And essentially what happened was she got an email from a friend who had said, I have a teen that needs a dress for prom and can't afford it. Is there any way you can help? And she sent an email out to a bunch of friends, and within days had hundreds of replies, hundreds of dresses, and thus the Princess Project was born. And it continues in San Francisco and is also in Silicon Valley and in Sonoma. And in 2008, the San Diego chapter was founded. As of right now, I am the president of all of Princess Project, all of the chapters, and San Diego is the headquarters for the Princess Project. And I'm really proud of that. I absolutely have a passion for helping teens and just meeting so many incredible people that want to give their personal time. So it's an honor. It's absolutely an honor to be part of this organization.
I have to ask you, what is your why? Why do you do this?
You know, it's interesting. I think with who I am, my background was in office management, being an office manager, and I have 3 beautiful kids who now are older. For me, being able to get up and know I made a difference in someone's life, I was able to do something to bring them joy, it fills my soul. And the other part of it is that I love seeing all of our volunteers and the people who want to donate, give their time, or give personal items like dresses and accessories, or even jewelry. The fact that they come back and say, it felt so good to give. I think that it is really powerful, especially now in this day and age, to be able to just give freely and to know that you bring joy to someone.
So Karen, I know this is a secret to some people, but definitely not you. I know I see this in your face when you're talking about it, just you light up. You actually received more joy than the young ladies that received these dresses, I'll bet.
Well, sometimes I think personally, again, for me, it makes me so happy to be able to help people. But we have teens that come back even after they've gotten a dress, maybe graduated from high school, wanting to give their own time, donate dresses, or, come and be more involved with the Princess Project. And being able to reconnect with them, it's just wonderful. And I was mentioning the first week of our giveaways in Mission Valley, there was a woman that came up to me before she and her younger sister were leaving. Her younger sister is a senior in high school and was getting a dress. And she stopped me and said, I don't know if you remember me, but a couple of years ago, I got my prom dress here and I was going to leave. I mean, it makes me want to cry right now. She said I was crying so hard because I just didn't feel like I could find a dress. And you stopped me at the door and you brought me back in and you helped me find a dress and you made me feel so good about myself. And she said, I never forgot about you. Anytime someone would mention something about the Princess Project, I would always tell them about what an amazing organization you are. And she said, I'm so glad that you're here because in this moment, I can tell you this to your face, that that's what you did for me. And I asked her, what are you doing right now? I mean, she made me cry. I was tearing up. And it was our first day of giveaways and you get tired. We're working a lot of hours just to get everything perfect. And, just to hear that, sometimes when you get tired, you think I can go on. I'm going to keep doing this because it's such a wonderful thing. But she's going to UC Santa Cruz. She wants to be a marine biologist. And just, the fact that she wants to come back at some point and volunteer with us, it's a really wonderful thing. So I have a lot of enjoyment in that. And I've met so many incredible and giving people, all the way from teenagers who want to come also volunteer to, seniors. I mean, and when I say seniors, I'm talking seniors who are in their 70s, sewing circles, or seniors who would like to come in and donate their time, helping with accessories and so on and so forth at Princess Project, and so many more. So anyway.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed. I have a question for you, though, kind of switching gears. What is a word that you think about yourself that describes you best? Because I know I have a couple of words that come to mind about you.
Oh, you're so nice. I definitely would say kind and giving. And when I first meet someone, one of the first things I will say is, oh, hi, my name is Karen and I'm a nice Karen. And I make this joke. I'm like, there are some very nice Karens out there. Like all the Karens I know are very nice people. So anyway, I would say that I'm also a nice Karen if I was going to describe myself. But, just giving and kind. And I believe in positivity and not only giving back, but then, just pushing people forward, whether it be volunteers, our youth, and helping everyone around me also succeed and move forward. I think it's really important.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're crawling.
Yeah.
It just is how it goes.
Yes.
Sometimes you're crawling, but you're moving forward.
Yes.
I totally agree with that. So how do you measure success? But I because I think in you, it's probably the stories of when someone shares something with you.
Absolutely. I measure success in that way when we hear that, or when a volunteer comes back and says, I just had the most incredible day. I had someone text me from this past Saturday who just said, personally, this person had come to volunteer and I know her life is very stressful. She has a very stressful job, and her coming to help this past weekend, she sent me a text saying, I had the time of my life. She signed up to come next weekend, but it brought her such joy. And things like that to me made me feel so happy. Not only the kids being able to get a dress, but having our volunteers leave feeling so, happy and energized. When you do something, you give your time freely, you want to come back and want to do it more.
Well, life is hard.
Yes, absolutely.
And I would say that it's probably never been a more negative time in our country with division. And, you talk about the whole Karen thing. I know that's like kind of a funny situation, but there are a lot of people that want to be angry at others for no good reason. And for you to be able to every day bring a smile to someone's face and make them feel good about themselves and positive about themselves, that is amazing. And that you spent the time to take that one young woman, and I'm not trying to make you cry, but when you took the time to pour into that one young woman and you told her, no, we're going to find you a dress, and you helped her find a dress, you changed her life.
Oh,
look,
absolutely.
You changed her life.
Absolutely. And our team would laugh because I'm that person that I love to give compliments out, and it's always so hard, right, to receive compliments. So I want to, first of all, just say thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Anyway, that it really means a lot to me. Thank you. And I have to just slide this in too, that it literally takes a village for the Princess Project to run. And I have so many amazing people that volunteer, like I said, their time, talent, and taffeta with us. Our volunteer chair, she's incredible. Our teen outreach chair, amazing. These are women who have come in and they are literally giving 120% of themselves and more just to bring that joy. And I'm so proud of all of them. I can't wait for you to meet them, to be honest.
I can't wait.
They're incredible.
My mind is spinning right now of all the thoughts of the introductions and the people that you should meet and the way that you could grow this to really enhance the lives of so many more young women.
Well, I'll tell you, it is. You were asking earlier about how do I measure success, and to me also success is growth. And I love mixing things up, changing things, adding new things, and we have this year a Teen Ambassador program. Actually, we've had this program for several years, but it's been incredible because it's one extra layer that we have at Princess Project now, where we have high school teens. You sign up in August and you join the program. You can come volunteer with us, but we do a lot of outreach to the community. And one of the biggest challenges that we found with having teens coming in to get a dress with us is that some people felt shamed that, oh, this is a handout, and that is 100% not what we are about. Which is why when you come to get a dress with us, all you need is a high school ID. There's no financial component. There's no hardship letter, none of that, because we just want kids to feel beautiful. And our teen ambassadors come in, take 1 million pictures also of the dresses that we have. They were the ones that hosted the fashion show. They produced it. It was incredible. And to be able to have these kids have this leadership and carry that with them for the future, I'm so incredibly proud of them. I'm proud of our teen outreach team for just facilitating that growth. And anyway, but growth is important.
How does someone get involved with your project?
Well, you can we make it really easy. You can just visit our website, again, the princessprojectsd.org, and click on volunteer. And we've got monthly dress store organization days and other volunteer opportunities, when we have special events, special outreach events. And, we've had people, as I mentioned before, sewing circles. We had one today. I walked in and a bunch of our dresses that needed a little TLC are getting repaired. They're going to be out on the floor for our giveaways tomorrow. And they're beautiful dresses. And I'm just so grateful to the people that gathered today to put the dresses, back in shape and in order. So there are a lot of different opportunities, but we work hard to make everyone feel welcome and feel like, the time that they spend with us is their personal time. We want them to to walk away with some joy. They're going to work hard, but they're going to have a lot of joy.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have kids. They're grown now.
Yes.
So how long have you been doing this actual job?
So actually, because I was looking back at some of our original volunteer time, and I believe it was 2013 that I first, and I just came in just as a volunteer, just it was in and out. It was maybe one day. And then every year there would be more and more volunteer opportunities coming once I knew what the Princess Project was. And in 2016, the woman who founded our San Diego chapter, her name is Jen Gaston, she had said, I'm sort of ready to hand over the reins to Princess Project because I had been more and more involved in. And she said, I'm going to have your back, but I want you to run it. And not to get emotional about that, but it was
voluntold.
Yes, voluntold, totally. And not to be emotional about that, but I'm so incredibly grateful for that opportunity. It allowed me to grow. I learned a lot that first year, that transition year. And, how can I take something that has been entrusted to me and make it better, make it grow? And anyway, it's an honor to be part of, like I said, Princess Project. I just think there's so many wonderful things about it. So anyway.
Well, let's take a quick smart stop, and then we'll be back.
SmartStop knows the winning connection is when we elevate success together. SmartStop Self Storage, a California company with nearly 200 properties and over 15 million square feet of rentable storage in the U.S. and Canada, is committed to positively impacting the communities we serve on the national and local level. By aligning our core principles of leading together, embracing change, and enhancing everyone's journey with local initiatives focused on education, health, and social welfare, we all elevate together. Through financial and strategic partnerships with nonprofits and prestigious organizations such as Cloudcast Media, Arrow McLaren IndyCar, Breast Cancer Research Foundation, Wounded Warrior Project, USC Athletics, the Brampton Steelheads, MMA fighters and boxers, and other unique athletes, we aim to foster a sense of unity and pride within the communities we serve, creating a shared identity and generating a positive atmosphere. To learn more about our core values, our locations, and career opportunities, please visit us at smartstopselfstorage.com. SmartStop, elevating success together.
So going back to the part about your kids being grown, how did you ever balance? Because I imagine they were around. How did you balance the them and work at the same time?
So it's kind of funny you mentioned that. My kids literally grew up in Princess Project.
That's what I figured. Yeah,
and yeah. So even beforehand, we were always a very service-oriented family.
Okay.
And we volunteered with a lot of different organizations, and I, bring my kids when possible. And then when I was more and more involved with Princess Project, there are times where you're going to a dress donation location or someone in the community has hosted a dress drive, and we have to go pick up dresses. And so, more often than not, my kids were in the car with me picking up all of these dresses, up to the brim. It's kind of a funny thing, but they'd come with me at some of the outreach events. And then, my two oldest daughters, they got their prom dresses with Princess Project.
Yeah.
And, having that experience. And now they both volunteered. So it's,
full circle.
Yeah, it is full circle. And my son is a senior in high school. So,
Aww.
But he's been super supportive. And my husband, you want to talk about it taking a village. It's from moving dresses to fixing racks, to putting things together.
Yeah.
And anyway. Yeah. So
stages, and there's got to be a lot to it. Displays.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Lots of it.
And again, we have a lot of our volunteers, their families are so incredibly supportive. So it's a really wonderful thing. So
great. So do you have any barriers that you can name?
You know what? I would say one of the original barriers was getting the word out to teens and having them not feel like, again, as I had mentioned, that the dresses, that this was a handout, that this was charity.
Yeah.
And the fact that now when I'm out and about in the public, or I have volunteers who come back and say, oh my gosh, I sat next to a woman on the plane and she knows Princess Project. Her daughter got a dress with us. Like I said, it's 100% free for any high school teen to get a dress. And we always tell kids, save your money for college, for sports activities, for school. It's very expensive to go to prom. And if this is a way that's going to allow you to save a little money and to have joy, and the kids can keep their dresses. But sometimes we'll be picking up dresses and I'll think, oh my gosh, I know that dress went out a couple of months ago and someone redone, which always is such a beautiful thing, but the kids are so welcome to keep the dresses. We hope that those dresses bring them joy. And can I share it's a little fun story?
Please.
I actually was at an event. It was a holiday event in December. And I was sitting at a table and just got to meet all these wonderful community partners. And when I said, oh, I'm with Princess Project, the woman sitting next to me said, oh my goodness, there's a mom and her daughter. They were just talking about the Princess Project. The daughter got her prom dress at Princess Project. And I said, oh, she brought that up? And she said, yes, because she got her dress in 2018 and she's wearing it tonight because it was a formal event. And so I went and tracked them down. And she was so nice. She remembered getting her dress with us, had the nicest thing to say. And they both said, we're going to come and help you at the dress store this spring. And a nice full circle. And I was telling her, you still fit in that and you look fabulous. But it's so nice, to know someone's also enjoying it and feeling proud. I think it's really important, and that stigma is not there. And it's really something we work hard to just make everyone feel like this is a great thing. Fashion sustainability.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wish you could see your face right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, you are so happy.
Oh.
You are so happy. I mean, this brings amazing joy to you. It's obvious.
It does bring me so much joy, and just being able to spread that joy. So it's really nice to be here.
Well, so let's just talk about what you're going to be doing in the future. Do you have any plans to grow the Princess Project, or what are your thoughts about all of that?
So in terms of growth, what's been really so successful for us are these library pop-ups, working with, community partners and being able, to have the support of the county library, which we're so grateful for.
Yeah, tell us kind of where you're going there, because you were talking a little bit about the further outlying areas.
Oh, absolutely. So in addition to our Mission Valley Dress location, we have pop-up prom shops at various libraries. And, as far out as Borrego Springs and Jacumba. Earlier, we had one at Oceanside, the Vista County Library. And we're so incredibly grateful because all of these locations allow us to bring a really nice selection of dresses and accessories and makeup, and teens who can't get to our main location can still come and get a dress with us. I'm so incredibly grateful to our San Diego County Library and city libraries.
I would imagine that Borrego would be very difficult to find a dress when you live out there.
Yes.
I mean, it's so far away, and to just be looking, I would imagine it would be like a whole day sort of situation.
Yeah.
So having it there so conveniently. And so tell us a little bit about what months you're open and that sort of thing.
Sure. So during our dress giveaways, and we are open only for special events, our dress giveaways kick off around the beginning to mid-March every year, and they run through May. So we have, and we'll offer every year. I always try and sneak in one extra day, so we can, we can offer services to more teens. And in addition to that, I'm really proud because when I first joined the Princess Project, we had 3 libraries, and now we had 9 actually this year. And I'm really proud also because we had our first dress giveaway in Orange County at the Anaheim Library. And I'm so happy about that. And hopefully, to me, success also is growth, and having these pop-ups is just wonderful because it allows us to reach another community or an area that might not, have the ability to get to our main store.
That's going to be a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
So thinking about recruiting for the future, you need to find dresses to be donated. And how do people generally do that? Have they bought something and then they end up saying, oh, I don't really want to wear that now. It's too late to take it back. Tags are still on it. Or do sometimes people go, oh, wow, this was a really good deal. I'm going to buy this and donate it. Or is it that they just say, you know what, I want to do something good and I'm going to go out and I'm going to purchase a dress and donate it?
It's all of the above, everything you've mentioned. And actually I didn't mention this earlier, we've got a digital dress drive kit because sometimes in addition to someone saying, oh, I was a bridesmaid at a wedding, I have this beautiful dress still, and I'll donate it to the Princess Project, which is great. And we've dress drop-off sites throughout San Diego County. You can find them on our website. But in addition to that, sometimes we'll have a community group saying, hey, I want to host a dress drive for you. And so we have a kit with easy instructions, and we have some guidelines about the dresses that we are collecting, that they come clean, without stains, and but it's great too, because we had it was, I want to say La Jolla High School, 2 teens from National Charity League. They hosted a dress drive for us and brought in hundreds of dresses. It was such a beautiful thing, such a community event. And once again, high school students doing this, But we have a lot of other wonderful community members, and they just want to donate their time. They do a dress drive. And anyway, then they can drop them off at a dress donation location. But in the case of there are a lot of them, maybe more than 20, we can arrange for them to come and drop them off at the dress store. We'll meet them and open the store up.
So I want to ask you a tough question.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So you obviously love to serve people.
Yes.
What would your advice be to someone that is, a young woman that has that heart and they don't really know what to do with it? What would you suggest to them and give them some advice?
Sure. So for me, and I can say I was in that position at one time. I did find myself thinking, okay, I'm working at a job and I'm grateful for the job. It is helping to put food on the table, for my family, but there's something else that's it's missing, right? And that was such a great question, I was going to say, but for me, I would say first of all, look in your community and look at what volunteer opportunities there are, and especially if you are a young woman and you're looking to connect with other women, and there are so many wonderful networking groups, I feel now, if you just look online, or you may want to be a mentor. There are so many opportunities also. I mean, I think of Big Brothers, Big Sisters, right? Being a big sister. But in addition to that, the Women in STEM, all of these different opportunities, if you look for them, you will find them. But on the flip side of that as well, I do think it's important just to find something that you love and that brings you joy, where if you do have a job and you need that job, you are working, that you also find something to do to create more friendships, connect with more people. Because I feel like the more you network and connect with others, you're going to find that you're able to move farther. That I feel like so many times I've been having coffee with someone, or I go to a different event and I cross-connect with Princess Project. I'm always thinking, how can I work with someone to help push them forward? Because they're doing great work in the community. And what can I do, to also help push Princess Project forward? So I spread the message about more teens being able to get dresses. So,
and you're wanting to, you mentioned this earlier, what your ultimate goal is to make every girl that walks in that door
feel beautiful and amazing.
Yes, I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes.
And, I think as young women, we're really tough on ourselves.
Yes.
Actually, I'll take that back. I think all women are tough on ourselves for whatever reason. There's this perception of what we're supposed to look like, and thinking, oh, I'm not this and I'm not that. And, oh, I don't like this about myself or that about myself. Women are beautiful.
I 100% agree.
Beautiful. They are beautiful. And go ahead.
No, I feel like I'm like, oh, you are so going to come over and volunteer. I'm going to put a pink apron on you for giveaways.
Girl, you know it.
No, but it's so true. And part of our mission is promoting that self-confidence, individual beauty in every single teen that comes through our door. We don't ever reference a silhouette in our marketing because we celebrate all shapes and sizes and all styles. And
That's right.
when you come in, we see so many teens, again, with everything happening in the world, but walk into the store and there are things happening in their lives.
Life
Is happening.
Yes.
And they walk in our doors and it's like they're able to spend the time that they have in our store. And when they leave, so many shoulders up, huge smiles. And we have a little thank you note table. And those thank you notes, I mean, some of them bring tears to your eyes because the kids are so incredibly appreciative, so grateful. And then, we have guests, the moms, who are just saying, this is an incredible program. Like, thank you so much. Like that gratitude, it's incredible. But to know that we brought that joy and that the kids can hold on to that for that limited time there in the store, we just want them to feel they count in the universe. They count in the world. So
I remember when I was a teenager and, my parents were divorced, and I remember thinking, oh, I want to go get a dress because I'm going to this event. And I was thinking, oof, I know that I can't get anything too expensive and I'm going to be limited. But when the girls walk into your store, they don't have to feel that way, do they?
No. And I'll tell you a story. I've shared it before because I carry it with me. And I a couple of years ago, a mom had brought her daughter to our dress store to get a prom dress. She found a beautiful dress and was so happy. And when we were leaving, this mom pulled me aside and said, Karen, in my entire life, I've never been able to walk in a store and tell my daughter, you can pick anything you want. And that, right? It's yes, and I am tearing up now. That does make me tear up still. But it was such a story that I carry because you want everyone to feel beautiful and amazing. And one of our teen ambassadors last year was talking about how passionately she felt about being part of the Princess Project and volunteering with us. Because she said, you have the basic necessities for survival. You need air, you need water, you need food and shelter. But she said, beyond that, it is a very expensive thing, but it's a rite of passage for teens, and it's a luxury. And she said, this mental part of bringing joy to kids, this is a teenager seeing amongst her peers how hard things are for teens. She said, this is just as important as the air we breathe. And, hearing things like that, it's like we just have to keep doing what we're doing and, spreading that message and just doing good. But it made me happy that it was a teenager who's just wonderful. And she graduated last year and she's doing amazing things right now. And she was part of our organization. Anyway, it was wonderful.
Thank you for sharing that. It's really beautiful to know that the young girls can actually feel the same way that you feel and bring value the same way that you have as well. So I just want to commend you really on your heart and what you're doing and all of the things that you're creating and building, a beautiful give back situation where women are feeling beautiful when they walk out of your store.
It's so important.
And valued.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And I want to tell you also, I grew up in the Central Valley. My parents were farmers, and my prom dress was $15. And I loved it. It was short and velvet and did not look like a prom dress, but it made me feel so beautiful to put it on and wear. But I remember money was always tight, and I never wanted to ask for money. And I was so grateful being able to find a $15 dress. And anyway, just being able to give this opportunity to other teens and to take that worry away from families, it's just a wonderful thing.
I think that was the seed that was planted in you while you do this.
Probably.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yes. Yeah.
Karen, thank you so much for being part of our journey with all these amazing women, and you're an amazing woman.
Thanks.
Really, thank you so much.
Rebecca, thanks for this opportunity, and you're a wonderful host. This was just, thank you for this opportunity again. So it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Now that was powerful. We hope you've been lifted and encouraged by today's inspiring voice. Always remember that life doesn't look exactly the same for each one of us. Never stop dreaming, striving, and thriving. In future episodes, we look forward to bringing you powerful stories from amazing women who learned how to lead in to challenges. Thank you for listening and being part of our community with SheEO host, Rebecca Jones.
The incredible curated SheEO conversation you just enjoyed was brought to you by SmartStop, a leader in self-storage real estate and a company that upholds its core principles of leading together, embracing change, and enhancing everyone's journey. To learn more about SmartStop, please visit smartstopselfstorage.com.
Cloudcast Media.